All right, so what I want to do now is compare this roster to last year's roster. And I'm talking Maverick. I'm talking like not last year midseason, so no Emmanuel Sanders. Last year going into camp compared to this year going into camp, position by positions, are the Niners better at each spot? And then we'll tally it up at the end. I'll keep little notes here. Starting at, I don't know, let's start at offensive line. Is the offensive line better or worse than it was this time late July? How do we want to start and what rotation are we going to do? How about Niner Nick? You go first, and then we'll go to Leo, and then to Jose, and then to Maverick, and then to me.
Let's do it. So left tackle, Joe Staley, Trent Williams. That's a little bit of a toss-up. Trent Williams sat out this past year. Assuming he goes back to playing in his all-pro form, it's tough. Joe Staley, I don't think he was ever a first-team all-pro. I think he was a second-team all-pro a handful of times. But getting Trent Williams there on that left side, I say they upgraded at the left tackle position under the assumption that he's going back to the left side. Or I'm sorry, going back left tackle. Left guard, we're looking at I'm blanking on left guard right now. Who we got?
Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln Tomlinson, yes. And you want to talk about a great trade by John Lynch, getting him for, a fifth-round pick a couple years back. Lincoln Tomlinson, that kind of evened his way out. Weston Richburg, if he can finally stay healthy, that's going to be huge. I think so. You got a Walsh right there at left guard and center. Right guard, Dan Brunskill, he's the projected player to win that battle. I think he'll be an upgrade over Mike Persons. Right tackle, Mike McGlinchey, he needs to take that next step in pass protection. So I would say, as it stands right now, if everybody's healthy, Trent Williams is in that all-pro form, they're better at offensive tackle than they were last season at camp.
Fair enough. Let's try to limit our answers to 30 seconds because we got 5 people. We'll get the hang of this. Good stuff, Nick. Leo, you're up. Better or worse than last year?
Better. It's Joe Staley. You had him miss more than a handful of games last season.
Yeah.
And Trent Williams, even if he misses 2 to 3, which I hope he doesn't, it's still an upgrade over what they had last season. And then really quick, you take away Mike Person from that offensive line, and that's a huge upgrade no matter who they put in there.
Jose, what's up?
Instant upgrade for me. I think it's even a massively upgrade just because of Trent Williams, Joe Staley himself, for the exact reasons Leo said. That availability is key. And I know he took a year off, but I think that's more of a benefit for Williams because we know offensive linemen, defensive linemen are banging and slanging the whole time in that trenches, and they are always hurt. So the fact that he's there for Staley, it's going to be a massive upgrade. And Brunskill over Person, come on, that makes it so much easier. All Brunskill needs to get down is pass pro. He does that, then Jimmy can start hitting between those numbers smoothly.
Yep.
Maverick.
Well, I think the biggest thing is just like looking back to last training camp. If there was an injury, everyone's like, okay, Sean Coleman's the guy to take over for anyone. And now it's like, okay, there's like 4 guys that I feel pretty comfortable with filling in. Brunskill can move all over if they have to. Ben Garland looked pretty good last year. Justin School showed he's not a problem if he has to play. I think there's a lot more confidence in the backups this year.
Yeah. I was going to say that, this year Weston Richburg is hurt, but he was hurt last year too, coming into camp. So that's pretty much a wash. Look, it's a better offensive line. What I'm going to say is it should be a better offensive line because the way I look at it, everything depends or so much depends on Trent Williams. He's a great player. And we expect that he'll be a significant upgrade over a formerly great player in Joe Staley. But again, hasn't played in a year and hasn't played a full season since 2013. I'm not saying he's injury prone, but the question I have, same thing with Trent Brown. Remember 2017, Trent Brown hurt his shoulder, shut himself down. And I think the Niners didn't appreciate that. And it's like, I have free agency coming up. Do I protect myself or do I lay it out on the line for the team? Staley would play through injuries. Williams is going to be a free agent next year. If he hurts his shoulder, anything, will he shut it down? And if so, the Niners will be in a tough spot. But for now, absolutely unanimous. The offensive line is better than it was last year.